Neymar, and I was actually watching the game actually. Do you know how crazy it is? Basically, so obviously Brazil played Nigeria in Singapore, and obviously it was obviously in Singapore because because there's this whole thing called the Brazil Global Tour where they go to different countries. So imagine if you're a Singaporean kid. You've sold your kidney. You've sold your mom's breast. You've sold different things. You've stolen from people. You've been like a male stripper, a female stripper. You've been every single thing. And like, man, I have enough money because I'm going to see Neymar for the first time. So you sit down in like the disabled area. So the disabled area person can come in like that. So you actually act disabled to actually get a close thing. So you're in like that. You have like your walking stick and everything. Your fake like I'm going to see Neymar, and he gives you 20 minutes. And like I did all of that for this dude to give me 20 minutes, and that was it. And that's it. So basically, the news is that MRI scan is out for a month.
Yeah.
So basically, before we get to sort of Mane, so is this a worry that
It is
a recurring injury and this could now come out? Because remember, hamstring that is a thing that recurs. Worried?
I'm worried because I love Neymar, and he keeps he keeps picking up different injuries. And that is a bad sign because, as I say, usually when you get one injury, then another part of your body tries to overwork to compensate, and you pick another injury. Is he being rushed back too soon? I'll say no, because he got injured end of last season.
Yeah, no, he
now
took his time to come back.
Yeah, he took his time, and for him to pick up this injury now for 4 weeks, not just a little. I felt something. Let me come off and rest it up. He's actually fully injured, and a man who's supposed to be right now in his prime, the level that he's been able to produce in the last, year and a half is not the Neymar that joined PSG. The time when Neymar joined PSG, that was like, it was a statement move. The reason why it cost 200 million.
Yeah.
And he hasn't really picked up that level since moving to a weaker league, and obviously with the aspirations that PSG had. And it's disappointing because obviously Brazil, there's a lot of pressure on him at Brazil. All Brazilians, always that pressure. But if he keeps picking up his injuries, his career is going to be unfulfilled, especially at international level. And for that talent,
I think maybe it's karma, I mean, it's karma for the amount of times that he's taken the piss out of people on the football pitch when he hasn't had to. And now it's kind of catching up to him. Because I see him...
So basically God is saying, screw you.
Yeah, I see him flick a ball over a man 3 times for no apparent reason.
Well, that's what Brazilians on the streets do, man. That's a favela state of mind.
The man went to kick him down or whatever, Neymar pretending to pick him up and left him there.
I remember that one.
I remember last season.
Oh, okay. Now I remember one where a man was fouling him, and then the referee finally gave it, and then he just duffed him straight after did a flick.
Giovanni, so what did the guys think about Neymar getting injured and everything? And any views, any comments, any interesting comments?
Bloody face.
Oh yes! Hey, Javed, put your face up.
Come on, the people want to see.
Alright, so if we're looking, there is a few comments coming through.
Alright, hit it.
Hey, Javed, I see you.
Alright, yeah, let's see if I can pull through and get some up here on the screen. Nope. Oh, here we go. We got one here. It says he's becoming the new Bale.
The new Bale.
Bale's biggest issue has probably been injuries.
Yeah, that's the only thing that stopped Bale.
Yeah,
and of course Real Madrid not wanting him, but even then he was still balling out.
True. Yeah. Any others?
I don't see anything else here.
Okay. Alright, so basically just keep abreast of that.
This is about something else, but yeah.
Okay, no. Alright, so now
becoming the new Bale.
So let's now look at Mane now. So obviously, like a kind of like a tweet video was sort of going around of like Mane basically like taking us 3-4 Brazilian guys and everything. And I think people are now pumped about, wow, Mane, look at how Mane is doing and everything. So before we get to the question, how would you?
Wait, there is more.
Okay. But before we'll get there. So basically, so Mane. So before we get to the thing, so where would you actually rank Mane right now? The way that he's playing, sort of right now, how good is he playing? His level? Can he even go even higher? Has he reached his ceiling, or are we seeing a guy just going to get even better and better and better? Because we've seen a serious market improvement in the past 3 years. of him improving every season?
I think he is improving, and I think he can improve.
Even more?
Yeah, I think he's on great form. He's devastating. He's hard to stop. Talk of him being top 3 in the world is premature, massively premature. I think if you look at him over the last 18 months, he has been amongst the best in the world. Definitely, you can't deny that. But to say 3rd best in the world, I mean,
there's a lot of
There's
man.
a lot of man with
I put him in there, but I put him in
plays
there.
in light blue, like up in Manchester, and bro, from what he was doing for 2 years, and people still ain't saying this.
Who?
Sterling. I mean, look,
It's
in
true.
terms
It's
of
very true.
in terms of where they play and what they're on the pitch to do for their teams.
No.
Look at what Sterling's been doing for 2 solid years.
And no one's giving him that credit.
No one says Sterling's the 3rd best player in the world.
No.
Mane does it for what, 12 months? A little bit over 12 months. 3rd best player in the world.
No, for me.
How is that possible?
I always said that Sterling.
point.
Just that, see, this season Sterling has sort of been up and down, but like for last season, I said Sterling definitely
And the season-
should have
and the
been
season
in
before.
And the season before, no, 100%.
The thing is, Sterling, people wanted Sterling to fail.
Yeah.
Why is that really
Because of how he left Liverpool,
Yeah.
and he was categorized as this money grabber, young, only moved to Man City. Anyone that moves to Man City is obviously for the money. That's the first thing. And he left Liverpool, who was building this great team under Brendan
Media
Rodgers, blah
darlings.
blah blah, and that's why. And so people find it very hard to even praise him. They what they do, even when he's doing well, they find, even if they want to put him down, they find someone else to put ahead of him. So people say, oh yeah, but Sane's better. Cool, Sane may be more talented, but sorry, this is big man football. I don't care how much talent you got. I need to see what you're doing on the pitch. And Sane's balling. Don't get me wrong when he plays.
Sane's that dude.
But Sterling has done more.
Sane's that dude.
Sterling has done more for Man City than Sane has. But people,
How many opportunities has Sane been
No, but
given?
that's
What
not
do
the
you
point.
mean?
But that's not the point. Because Sterling was balling out, he wasn't getting those
why
opportunities.
was
would he-
Sterling giving us opportunities?
Exactly.
Because he was putting up
Because he prefers
He's
Sterling
doing
for
it.
no
But-
apparent reason.
Really not for a reason. Well, we've seen the reason. look what he's
Yeah.
doing. But he said no.
Yeah,
Give him
no,
that.
I'm not giving that. But Mane, all of a sudden, 3rd best in the world. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up.
Okay, so before we go, Javen, and he said there were some comments. Hit us with some comments, baby.
So if we jump back to the comments, we were saying about Neymar. Someone says, is Neymar going to be top 3 with these injuries?
No,
It's hard to tell.
because
It's hard to come back from muscular
because
injuries.
if you keep on getting
Because-
these injuries, you're stopping your momentum. So whenever people put him as top 3, no matter what, it makes no sense. So
Putting words in my mouth.
any others?
Yeah, we got another one. It's loading in. Neymar's becoming R9.
What?
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
No.
Oh, is he talking about injuries?
No, because Annan had a major
Big boy, 2 years out.
career-threatening
Yeah, I
thing in
mean-
injury where he was out for 2 years and he wasn't the same player. Like
Come back and
Neymar,
mash up the World Cup.
yes, basically Neymar has still been pretty much the same player after his injury. So no, that makes no sense.
These comments are coming up on the screen, by the way.
Yeah, I can see them.
Yes, no, that makes no sense. All right, so let's.
Got another one here.
Okay,
Yeah,
just
go on.
last
One
comment.
last one here, and it says it's coming up on the screen. Neymar's the best player, but he's injury prone.
But the best
So
player.
the best player,
Well-
best Brazilian,
Best player.
best player.
Yeah.
That's what
I
Messi
think-
don't exist.
I don't know.
Talent, okay, at their very best, talent-wise, Neymar or Messi, at their very best.
Messi. See, the thing is with Neymar, right? No, I understand what you're saying. He looks, aesthetically, he looks better. He does the tricks and he does this, that, the other. Messi doesn't really deliver tricks and flashiness.
Yeah.
Everything he does is because it's going to be effective. He's not going to take you on 2 times if he only needs to be
Okay,
one.
okay.
You understand what I mean?
Let me ask you this. Could Messi still do what Messi does in any system?
Yes.
Because for me, puts Neymar in any system, he will still ball out. Messi, amazing, superb. So guys, just chill. All you Messi sound chill. But his
Maybe
football...
we need to come back to this on another.
No. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's talk
Yeah,
because
we'll
this is
come
going to
back
open
to
up.
this.
So let's so Javel, so basically
No.
for this topic, just keep abreast of the comments because there will be a lot of these comments. So Neymar or Mane, you're building a team. They're both at their very best. Then Who would you rather have in your team? So let me go first, and then I'll let you guys think.
Before you start, let me add to that.
Oh, okay.
So we have this here, it's coming up on the screen. Mane had more goals than Sterling last season, and he baptized Bayern in the Champions League.
Okay.
So Mane had more goals than
Sterling. Yeah, because remember, obviously, Mane shared in Golden Boot last year.
And Salah.
Okay, look, man. Actually, no, Mane has balled out. The dude has balled out. So basically, Neymar and Mane at their best. Who would you rather have in your team? Now, as much as this guy pisses me off, as much as I blame him for leaving the prodigy alone because that messed up my narrative of Mbappe getting Messi and Cristiano the hell out of here by him winning the flipping Champions League. As much as I hate him, I mean, this is pretty simple. I mean, it's flipping Neymar. Because I just think that as amazing as Mane is, superb, effective and everything, remember, this is them at their very best. Neymar just gives you too much. Because like literally Neymar, I think he is such an engine and he's such a facilitator and he's such a difference maker. And I just feel that because again, like Mane definitely has the goal scoring he can create, but I think Neymar's goal scoring and creativity and playmaking is on such a much higher level than Mane's is. Because Mane's goal scoring is tops, dribbling is tops. His creativity is there. He doesn't have as good passing creativity or vision that Neymar has. So I just think that with Neymar, remember, at the very best, Neymar is just going to give me so much in that final third as opposed to
What about right now?
As of right now, I'd have to go with Mane because Neymar, these injuries are sort of just like messing up his rhythm and his consistency.
He hasn't been able to show continuous form
because
for a long time.
Mane has just really had months of no major injuries, so he's just been able to have the momentum and the rhythm. But after the World Cup, Neymar was not at his best because he was coming off an injury, so he didn't really have the rhythm and on the flow of the injury. So as of right now, I'd have to go for Mane. So
yeah. I think undeniably Neymar is the better player.
Yeah.
Undeniably, no one can say that he's not.
Someone will.
Yeah, of course they will. But, anyone with any sense and logic will know.
How good is Neymar really?
Neymar is a better player. But I do think if you were to say, if I was a Liverpool fan, and you were to say Neymar or Mane, I would go for Mane. Because within the system that Liverpool play, Mane does a lot of work going back the other way as well, which helps the system to work in terms of getting the ball back and stuff like that, pressing from the front. Neymar, he's not going to give you that. It depends which Neymar turns up. If he's like, yeah, I can be bothered today, he might do a bit of pressing here and there. But other times, he's just like, no, you know what, just give me the ball when you're ready. I'll do a couple things here and I'll pass it off. It's cool.
But the thing is, when you're that good, and I'm not saying he is Cristiano Ronaldo, but Cristiano Ronaldo 2007-8, or even from this, 7, 8 and 8, 9 specifically, he was that good that Fergie said, you just stay out there. Yeah. Rooney, track back. Tevez, track back.
But that's because he had the likes of Rooney and
Tevez.
So
so if you had Neymar, he said obviously Mane gives them that tracking. If you had Neymar, you just adjust your system. Would you build a team around Mane?
Fancy.
But you would definitely build a team around Neymar.
Neymar, You can't build a team around Mane.
So if he slipped straight into Liverpool's system and asked him to do Mane's job, no, he wouldn't be able to do it as effectively. Because Mane does. That last game he played, who did he play?
Sheffield United.
Leicester.
No.
Wait.
Sheffield, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Was it Sheffield?
Leicester.
No, yes, it was Leicester.
Leicester 2-1.
Was it Leicester?
Leicester.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was back
and
forward and back. Neymar give you that.
Neymar ain't giving you that.
But if you have him, you change your team.
You change your team.
Does your team become better? I don't know. It depends. Maybe.
That's a tricky question, really, because if you're looking at just player and who's better, it's Neymar.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at who would you prefer in your team, now it depends on your team.
It
depends on your team. No, but I tell you what, if Mane went to Paris Saint-Germain, would he do more than Neymar in terms of Champions League? Because Neymar's not brought it home, has he?
That's a very good question. Because my
if
thing
you
about
look at the setup with Mbappe and if you had Mane in there,
and then either Icardi or Cavani as a striker, because my thing about it is that when Mane goes there, you're not going to have that injury issue. And you now have two very potent attacking wingers.
And you also don't have the ego thing.
Exactly.
Everyone's going to be playing.
Everyone's going to be playing.
Exactly.
You're not going to be playing for.
Exactly.
That's because. Yeah, I mean, because the way Mane is playing, I mean, if I'm looking at a front three of Cavani, Oicardi, Mbappe, Mane, bro, that's something. That's something.
You see me? It is a tough one. Like we were based on like current form. If Mane keeps like this form for like the next 5 years, for example, like you gotta put some proper respect on it if you're not already. But when I look at Neymar, and obviously we haven't seen this since he's been at PSG, but is Mane giving you that 6-1 performance that Neymar gave when he played for Barca against PSG when they returned that? Is Mane giving you that performance?
But as Devil said, he's still improving.
No, he is.
He's still improving. So who knows? He may get to a point where Mane can give it that crazy individual performance because this guy is getting better and better and better. Neymar has reached his ceiling.
We're not gonna. He's not gonna get any better.
No,
he can stay at this level, which is a brilliant level anyway. So I'm comfortable with that level. Mane could get better. I think
we don't know what Mane's ceiling is.
We don't. But for me, the only thing Mane you would say was missing before last season was a consistency. We saw what he's doing now. We saw it in flashes for Southampton. We saw it in flashes. For Liverpool when he first joined, like in his first game of the season, debut against Arsenal, wasn't it? I think he got the fastest Premier League hat trick. Yeah, we've seen that, but now he's doing it on a week by week basis. But Neymar has shown that he can do it for a season, or 2 or 3. And if I had to purchase one in the market now, I would still go for Neymar because I think he has just that added X factor.
The X factor. Javen, comments. What is the live chat saying?
So I've got one here. Oh wow, it's actually gone.
Bloody Neymar, man. To get it in.
Here we go. So we've got one here that says Neymar is the better footballer, but Mane is not injury prone, and he's a real professional that doesn't make up injuries to sleep with his sister.
Disclaimer: the thoughts and comments of those in the chat does not reflect the guest here or the host.
Yeah, please. Yeah. That is just an external comment. Okay. That is not bought or paid for by the Football Dugout, please. Any others, man? Lord. I mean, I don't know what to say about that.
Keep it clean, yeah?
Yeah, please keep it clean.
No incestuous comments, please.
So we've got another one here. Neymar. Oh wait, nope, same one. It's coming up. Wow, you couldn't even spell Neymar. It said Neymar.
Read it.
It's actually gone. Mane was brilliant for the whole of last season.
Yeah.
Neymar needs to get in the gym and sort his fragile body out.
I did say it in the past, but he's not going to because look how far he's into his career now. This is him.
And also, he probably wants to be like a movie star because he was in that Triple X film, so he obviously wants to keep his thing in. So he's like, okay, I don't want masters, but it would help, man. Because as Devo said, like, if you're trying to embarrass people, like, if I'm a defender and you're trying to embarrass me, I'm going to kick you in the shins. I was like, wait, screw you.
That would be the first thing I do as soon as the game starts. If I was playing Neymar, I'd give him one proper kick.
That's what they do.
Yeah, like, that's what you have to get physical.
No, do that again.
And they said that's what made Ronaldo so lethal because like he was so physically strong. So you can keep him and everything, man. That I can still give him back because he's so strong.
Watch any of the compilation videos of R9 on YouTube. And the amount of times those mad Italian
100%.
The defenders tried to kick him up, and they just couldn't kick him down.
Basically, I remember
jump it or whatever.
Those were the days where like you had to commit homicide to get a yellow card. Yellow card was for homicide. Basically, that's what it. Maybe last comments.
There's a good one here. I am from Ireland.
That's literally the one I'm putting up now. Neymar is obviously better, but I am building. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm building my team around Mane. Mane is coachable. Neymar is not. Mane is a two-way player. To you guys.
Yeah.
Well, no. But
comment.
My thing about this is that when you're building a team around someone, the whole thing of being two-way and everything doesn't really come into play because the whole point of building a team around someone is that I am catering for your supposed weaknesses. So as you guys say, let's say I'm building a team around Neymar. He's not going to track back. He's not going to be doing that defensive work. So all right, I need to get a good DM. I need to get really good guys to cover for him. I need to get midfielders who know how to go move forward and backwards. Let me get a Kante. Let me get a Casemiro. So because his strengths are so strong and make so much of a difference, it is worth me getting players and changing my strategy to make up for his deficiencies. So I think it's. See, if Mane is a two-way kind of thing, okay, I just need to build my thing around him.
Yeah.
Building,
he fits into
he fits the whole thing.
Yeah.
Building a team around someone is that, all right, I know this guy can't do this stuff, but this stuff that he does is so good. I have to now make up for all of his weaknesses.
Yeah,
no, I agree 100%.